this is Joelle Anderson, midfielder on Bay FC, and you're watching Barrier Sports Wrap.
Like that momentum just was almost inevitable that something was going to happen at the other end, because Seattle just looked like, what the heck just happened? How are we not up one?
Yeah, absolutely. And that's what, great goalkeepers do. They make the saves they're supposed to make saves. I mean, the good keepers make the saves they're supposed to. Great keepers make those challenging saves, and then great goalkeepers also help us win games. So she makes that save, she gets it, plays it out, and that's something that we're adding to our weapons a little bit. So we want to make sure we're unpredictable. With her range, sometimes we can play direct and look to get in behind much quicker than we were at other times. So a lot of credit to her. Whether she makes mistakes or not, she just bounces from it. And that's also important. The forwards, right? We always tell them, hey, short memory, you miss a goal, you gotta move past it. Same thing for a goalkeeper. And she did that very well, which is also showing her growth in this game and with our team.
The second follow-up, but just a short follow-up, Rudy's defensive, commitment this game very noticeably, but all year has just been a major step up from what we saw last year. And it just seems like game by game, she's like, oh no, I'm going to go back and get this one there. Yeah, are you encouraging that? Is she kind of doing that on her own, or is it a little of both?
No, we're encouraging her to do that. So this league, I believe it is the most competitive and difficult league in the world. Yes, you've got some great teams in Europe, but they've got maybe 2 or 3 top teams they have to play. In this league, you have to do the work if you want to get results, whether you're a forward or not. And you can't just sit up top and try to score goals. In a perfect world, forwards that's what they want to do. But you have to defend. And that's what the best forwards do. The Chawingas, the Bandas, the Trinity Rodmans, all those forwards, you'll see them play for 90 minutes in attack and defending. And that's what Ruby's doing. And it makes us better. So it's a must in this league.
Right.
Hi, Tamara Brooklyn with The Athletic. Albertin, you mentioned that this team has aspirations to break into the top 4. I look at those teams and I see a few consistencies, but one of them being the ability to score a lot of goals, as we've seen even the past week, 4-0, 4-1 score lines. What do you think is accounting for where Bay is now, and where they probably are going to need to be in order to actually contend with those top 4 teams? Because it's one thing to be able to hold a lead, to have a shutout, but you have to be able to manage the other end too, right?
Absolutely, great question, because that's the most difficult thing to do in the game, right? So this last 2 weeks, 80% of our preparation has been in the attack, final third decision making, and we got into some really good spots here today. But it's just that final pass, the weight of the pass, the angle of the run, and that's going to take a little bit of time. And I keep saying this, when we get it right, we're going to get some goals. We're so close. But it's just the repetition, doing it over and over at practice, and that's what it is going to take, us scoring goals. When we start scoring goals, because defensively, I think we can play with anyone in this league, and in the attack, it's scoring goals, easier said than done, right? That's why best forwards in the world get paid millions.
Back to Marissa.
Yeah, just kind of building on that too. You're trying to score. Asasad's come off the bench the past couple of games. What kind of are you looking for from her and her role, and how she can contribute to this offense?
So it's consistency for her in scoring goals, and she had probably one of her best. Actually, she had her best week of practice since she's been with us this week. Scoring goals, getting back into the rhythm, and what I also mentioned earlier is getting her defensive responsibilities right as well, okay? In this league, you have to, and that's something that we're working with her. So when she gets that and has the confidence in front of the goal to score goals and helps us defensively, and that's why with Caroline, she gives us something else defensively, right? And it's just more organized, especially that first half, how we decided to defend in a lower block, kind of a mid block. And hey, we're gonna open up. Let's go. Asisat can go in there and do things. So it depends on the tactics, but ultimately when we help her through this process of knowing how to defend and how to help us on that side of the field, then it's and that's what it's also where we're at this year is I feel comfortable playing all 20 players, right? Only a few changes today, but they continue to prove that every single one of them can step on the field and have a positive impact for us.
Thank you.
Mark Ray College, Bay Area Sports Rockman coach. You guys dominated that final 10 minutes. Offensively, could have had up to 2 goals there. Just like you mentioned earlier, just missed it, right? So is it disappointing, even though you got a point, but maybe could have had 3 tonight?
Yeah, it is. I'm not gonna lie. We always want 3 points, especially when you were so close. And so disappointed that we can get the 3 goals, but proud for the team that we got a point on a difficult game, right? Last year, at this point in the season, we probably given that away. And now it's like, okay, hey, maybe it didn't go our way necessarily, but we got a point out of that, right? And we just continue staying with the rest of the group. And when we get it right, I think that's when you're going to see a lot of progress.
So how different, because you mentioned like last year, how different is it this year where it seems like from you on down that when something happens where you take a lead and then you give it up and you're tied, it seems like this year you expect the result, some result, versus, oh, here we go again, which seemed to be kind of the unfortunate feeling last year.
Yeah, no, you're spot on. We don't even think that way of like, oh, here we go again. No, it's like, but it starts at practice. It starts how you carry yourself every single day when you walk into the locker room, right? After the Chicago loss, which was a really difficult loss for us, and poorly I thought we played. That next day, I mean, we were getting ready to play Carolina and traveling. They came in, and it's like, let's go. They're locked in, and they knew that it was just a matter of getting back on track, bringing out the right energy, getting the game plan, and executing. So we expect now to get a point against every single team. That's their mentality, and it takes time to do that. I mean, I said, especially not to make excuses. Last year, they're still trying to figure out so many things, and now it's just like, this is what we expect. We know we can play with anyone. We have to respect everyone we play because, I mean, yeah, this is such a challenging league to play in. But yeah, we're excited to play anyone we face. It's the right mentality.
All right. Anybody else? Do we have a question on Zoom? Okay, we're going to let Coach go.
Hi, everybody. I'm Ruth Vivas. I'm the in-game host for the San Jose Earthquakes. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram. Subscribe to our channel, Bay Area Sports Wrap.